Okay, this video gives you some instruction how to use Amazon Fire and also one of the most important apps that we have on Amazon Fire, and that's PlayStation Vue. PlayStation Vue will give you almost all the cable channels other than the live network TV. So again, a review about how to use the Amazon remote. The circle allows you to navigate. You hit up, you go up, down, right, left by hitting the outside of the circle. When you see something you want, you select it by hitting the thing in the middle. Sometimes you're going to need to use the home button, which is this one right here on the top row in the middle. And sometimes you're going to go back or return to the previous area that you were at. When you're looking at a movie or something, you might want to use stop, fast forward, and going back, but that's only for certain applications. So let me just show you how to get around the Amazon Fire. And the first thing I'm going to do is just to show you across the top. You can search for certain content, and you just select letters and spell out what you want. You can look for certain movies that are available, TV shows. The only thing is, we'll get to it later, if you want to buy something that is going to cost money, you'll be blocked by a pin, but I'll show you that later. Most of the content is free though. And so generally what you're going to do is, starting from the home screen, you'll navigate down. What'll happen is they'll show you a preview of whatever it is they want you to see. That'll change every day. And then you'll see the recent apps that you've used, and that'll just be variable depending on what you looked at. And then what's semi-constant is your apps and games. PlayStation Vue is the one you're going to use the most, and that's why it's the first one to show up there. So I'm going to go into that right now. I use the selector button in the middle of the circle, and this is what comes up. You'll get an error screen sometimes, and that's okay. Just use the selector button in the middle of the circle, got it, and wait a second or two and you'll be in PlayStation Vue. Oftentimes you'll see something like this. What I usually do, first of all, is I go to the guide. So I go hit the upper part of the circle and go here. The guide enlarges so you know you're there. Now I select it by hitting the center part of the circle, and you get something like this. The red line indicates your current time, so you see all the shows that are on. Across the top are the different channels that you can see. So we've got DIY, ESPN, ESPN2. There's 40 different channels, most anything you could want, available through PlayStation Vue. Right now, you see the big blue rectangle, that's what's selected. So right now there's an NBA playoff game going, Golden State Warriors versus the Spurs. I can select it with the center of the circle and go to that content. And when I'm done, I can hit the return button that I showed you earlier and go back to the guide. I can select by going right and left. I'm going to go right, and if I wanted to watch Chopped on the Food Network, I could do that. I could select it with the center of the circle, wait for a little bit, and we join the program in progress. And it's the same thing for all the different content. So I'll go back, and one more time I can go over to something on FXX network. White House Down is playing now, but if I wanted to, I could go up and watch something that was aired an hour or so ago, select on it, and I can do catch up. And I would start at the beginning of this particular movie called Let's Be Cops. So let me show you some other things that you can do with Amazon Fire. I'm going to go back to the home screen using the home button, and I'm going to go down, down. I could go over to Netflix at this point. If I had a Netflix account, you could use all the content of that. Pluto's another one that has some free content. You can play music through Amazon. HBO Now is another way to look at HBO content. And then Amazon Prime is integrated into the Fire. So they have, going down, there's Amazon Original Series you can watch. That's free. Some more featured apps. And then there's Amazon Channel. Some are free, some you have to pay for. And I'm just going to show you what happens if you try to select something that you have to pay for. Let's see here. If I wanted to look at the Jason Bourne movie, and I go over and I try to buy it, this comes up. So that'll block you from being charged for anything that you didn't want to pay for. Anyway, this is a quick overview of the Amazon Fire and PlayStation Vue. I hope you enjoy it.